Well, hello everybody, welcome to Friday's vlog, and before I get into what I want to talk about, a huge apology to everybody that are my fans, all the tens of you that watch these videos. One of my driving forces in life, one of my personal philosophies or values is clarity is kindness. And yesterday's video I knew was not as strong as some of my other videos, but I put it up anyways, and it was a very unclear message. Now, most people understood what I was trying to talk about, but I took it down anyways because some people had gotten a little confused and hurt because of it. They thought I was being sexist when I wasn't. They thought I was being mean when I wasn't. It just was completely the opposite of what I actually wanted to say. So I just took it down because I am capable of doing better and you guys deserve better. And I just want to appreciate you guys for a second for watching my videos if you do. Now, today I want to talk about buttons. When we create a personal value, a driving force, something that's part of our personality, something that's guiding us through life and our actions through life, we also tend to create a button. This button acts kind of like a trigger warning system that says, hey, you're not necessarily doing what you would like to be doing in life, you're not being perceived a certain way, and what happens with these buttons is we try and put as much armor around them as we possibly can to protect ourselves from that chaos. And when the button gets pushed, we tend to go through what's called a crazy 8 cycle, where we start getting triggered by shame or guilt, and that immediately causes anger to happen, then it triggers sadness, and then if we can't get ourselves out of that cycle, we get stuck in this crazy 8 loop, from anger to sadness, to anger to sadness, to anger to sadness. Now what'll happen is when we're stuck in that loop, it's literally our brain wiring that just keeps a feedback going. And it sucks. We're triggered. Our button was pushed. And here's the trick. No one in the world, unless they're a brain surgeon trying to drill into your head to push that button, to trigger that wiring, can control that but you. It's in your head. It's in mine. And what I was trying to say yesterday was that something happened outside of my world and I triggered my own button and I got lost. I shut down because I was stuck in this crazy 8 cycle in my head and it was all about me. I was beating myself up, getting mad at myself, sad about myself, angry at myself, sad at myself, angry at myself, sad at myself, so on and so forth, so on and so forth. And it lasted a few days. What ends up happening for a lot of people though is that we don't like to beat ourselves up. And that crazy, it happens on the subconscious level. And consciously what we're trying to do is blame the other person. They pushed my button. They know how to get under my skin. They did this to me. They're a negative person. Fill in the blank with whatever terminology you say, the language that you use to kind of justify these internal feelings. And the advice I normally give people, the same way I get myself out of it, because I used to get stuck in these cycles for months on end. Like I said in my other videos, I think way too much with the left side, and I go crazy trying to psychoanalyze myself all the time. It's hard at first, but when you catch yourself in that crazy 8, do something physiological to break yourself out of that cycle. Jump around, beat the ground up, hit something with the tennis racket, do anything you can to shake yourself out of that cycle. And realize that you're not wrong to be in the cycle. It's biological. Everything has it that has a conscious part of the brain that can think. We always go through this because these values are so deeply ingrained into ourselves. One of mine is being a provider. Being somebody stable, having a lot of clarity in what I say and being understood. And all of those are triggers for me. When I'm getting some form of feedback, whether it's internal, me feeling that I haven't done that, or hearing it from somebody else, I get triggered. But what I do is the second I realize it, and I've gotten it down from a few months down to about a day or two now, and sometimes if I'm really strong with this mentally, I can get it down to about an hour. I go into my room and I just jump. I literally have a little trampoline, I'll show it to you guys in another video, that I just jump on. I bounce and I breathe, and I get myself out of that state as fast as I possibly can. Because what ends up happening if we don't do that, you might have had this experience yourself, you will snap. You'll yell at somebody, You'll take it out on them because you're trying to externalize the pain from yourself onto somebody else. They pushed my button, they crawled under my skin. That person is a totally fill in the blank here. And I've discovered that it's just like the gym. When you're trying to get stronger, you do heavier and heavier reps, trying to catch yourself more and more and more. In this cycle, you get stronger and more skilled at getting yourself out of it. And it's not a bad thing, again, to have this type of stuff. It's a bad thing to snap at others because you think they're doing it. They're really not. They're not going inside of your head, guys, to trigger these things. If they actually had the intention of doing that, you don't want to be around those type of people. And I'm sure that the people that we tend to snap at are actually some of the closest people to us. It's the people that can get around our boundaries the easiest because we allow them to. So hopefully this video is a little bit more clear on this concept. I want to, again, apologize to the world. I will definitely be a lot more clear in these videos. If you guys have comments and questions on this stuff, please don't hesitate to leave a comment below. I really am trying to inspire a conversation about this stuff, and I'm not just trying to be a guru that tells you how things are, okay? I hope you guys have a phenomenal Friday. Enjoy the heck out of your weekend. If you're in Southern California, it's hot. Get to the beach like I'm going to try to. Otherwise, I will talk to you on Monday.